Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. Yeah, XRP has been moving down a little bit over the recent weeks, actually dipped into this micro support zone that we talked about in previous videos, but it did do that in quite a straightforward manner, has now reacted here. And the main support region that we have here on the XRP chart, you might remember that from previous updates as well. I don't cover XRP very frequently, but we had this support zone highlighted in orange between 37.1 and 52.1 cents basically. And so far the market hasn't dropped below it. And this is what I find a quite reliable support zone on this chart, because it's been respected, well, actually even since, you could say, when it became relevant in May 2023, so more than a year. Okay, but it is quite important because we've had several reactions to that support zone. Most recently we dipped very deep into it, and now we've seen a nice reaction just above the 78.6 retracement at 37.1 cents. So the question is, can we now finally complete, or could we have completed this larger X wave, which could lead to a larger Y wave rally into the $1 region? So we talked about that before, right? That this is just a large sideways correction, which we're labeling as a triangle. But the ideas and the thesis is that we could be in this C wave of an Elliott wave triangle. And that's not changed, okay? That's completely unchanged. And the idea, if this is a correct assessment, then we should really see a reaction from the orange support region. But not much happened over the year, so kind of sleepy, this chart. But that's no surprise, given that we might be in a massive triangle. So that C wave of this triangle, which would then result in another D wave and E wave, it could send the price to $1 and above. That doesn't mean there's a great setup for it. You know, it's just without a setup on the smaller time frame, there isn't really anything that would give the price that ability to create a jump. Of course, it can rally at any point, but we always need a setup. I mean, you could argue the larger support area is a setup, maybe, but then it's just moving in corrective structures. What we, from an Elliott wave point of view, need is a 5-wave move, and there is currently no 5-wave move. But the idea is that this C wave consists of a W, X, Y structure, and the X wave might have bottomed. I mean, even if not, it's about time it does, if it wants to follow this scenario. And looking at the micro patterns, I mean, so far this here is only a 1, 2, and the 3 isn't even done. Okay, so we need the 5 waves. I can actually increase the wave degree here, but we need the 5 waves. This is at best wave 1, wave 2. The third wave isn't even finished. Well, it could finish at any point, but then it's not a third wave. To really, give us let's say a good feeling about possibly a low being in, I need to see those 5 waves, which would then be corrected afterwards, okay, to form a higher low and the next pullback setup. But see, we haven't even broken above one of these previous swing highs. That's important, but normally a third wave should reach minimally the 1.38 extension at 50.5 cents, yeah, or higher. XRP likes to form only 3-wave structures. I always say that when there's potential that we're actually moving, it typically fails after 3 waves. But when there is a potential for 5 waves, I'm watching it. But don't get too excited too early. This could simply be just an ABC structure, and we break down again, form one more low, which could then lead to a test of that sort of 37-cent level. It has now reached the 100% extension, which is typically the first level where XRP loves to get rejected. For example, we did that here as well, right? XRP, yay, it's moving, and then everybody gets excited. But look, it also just reached pretty much the 100% extension. We're at the same point, but getting above it is already the first step to something potentially more bullish. But we just need those 5 waves filled in. That means all 5 waves need to reach the 1.618 extension or higher. Here we talk about 52.5 cents or higher. And when that's done, okay, then I can call that maybe a wave 1. We'll see. Could be a wave 1. And then the pullback should form a higher low, which we would then call a wave 2. And then from there, we could watch for a third wave rally. All right, that's sort of what I'm watching for. 5 waves up in wave 1. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but, at least there's something somewhat interesting on this chart. Now, in addition to that, what else do we have here? Well, look, we have potentially a trend line here. It's not great, it's not very reliable, this trend line. It's more or less a little bit Yeah, you know, flexible. It's not entirely clear how to draw it. Probably here we have most touch points, and it's touching that. So pay attention to it. I don't like it because it has one breakout, fake out, but we're currently trying to get above this trend line as well, including the 100% extension. So pay attention to these parameters I've mentioned. At the same time, what we don't want at any point now is a break below that Monday low at 40.3 cents, because it would strongly indicate that there will be one more low, targeting possibly 37 cents next. That's my update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.